Hi, I'm Brandon, and today I'm taking a look at the interrogation of Alec Heggie. He's a real piece of work. Apparently, he's like a counselor or some kind of therapist that works with young people with autism. And the police have some questions about his online activity. Apparently, they arrested I think it was like in a different state or something, some nanny who had been abusing the kids that she was babysitting, who were basically babies and infants. And this guy had been talking to her like over the phone and online and basically instructing her what to do with these infants. I'm trying to put this in the politest way possible, so YouTube doesn't censor me. But we all know what we're talking about. So basically, this guy was orchestrating it. This nanny was doing it. She got caught, and I guess the police searched her phones or whatever and found out she'd been communicating with this guy. So they just pulled him over and they're arresting him. And this gets bad. But let's go.
Sir.
How are you?
Yes.
I'm Detective Borgman, okay?
Okay, you're with Greenfield?
Greenfield, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to go have a little chat, alright?
Alright. Well, I don't usually go to Greenfield at all, so...
That's alright. Yeah, we're part of a task force, alright?
Oh, okay.
We're just going to talk about some online activity.
Okay.
Alright?
Sounds good, officer.
Sounds good?
Yep.
What is it with his squeaky, high-pitched voice? It kind of makes me annoyed. Also, wouldn't you be scared, like, if members of a police task force are, like, pulling you over? I wouldn't be like, yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it's everything. Let's go. I think he's just trying to be, like, maybe this is his natural personality is to be this friendly, but I think he's just kind of overdoing it to try to compensate for the horrendous trouble he knows he's in.
Wallet, keys, and tape measure.
Okay. Has he been batted down?
Yeah, just an exterior real quick, just to make sure
Okay.
no
Do you
weapons.
need to
no
do
weapons.
more, whatever you need to do to help?
Please, just feel me up. Just do whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
So,
no,
that's fine.
just relax, alright? We're just going to have a little chat, alright?
Alright, detective.
So,
Are we good?
yeah.
Do you want my vehicle there, or can we pull it over to the gas station?
Yeah,
or...
Over there? Do you give me permission to pull it over?
If you don't mind, I'll just...
no, we can't let you
Okay.
back
We're not letting you get back in the car because you're going to drive off.
in the car right now. We're just
Okay.
going to have a quick chat, but we will pull your car out of the way if you're good with it.
I'm fine with that.
That
Let
way
me
we
give you
don't have to tow
the
it or
little
anything.
fob, because you know how those
Oh
are.
yeah.
It'll all be recorded, so.
Alright, no
Do you have
worries.
any other keys on your pocket or anything for the van, or is this...
No, that's the only one for the van. The rest are for house and stuff, and then
Okay.
my cell phone is right up there.
What else you got in?
That
Your
is,
wallet?
wallet, officer wallet.
Normally, I don't show these police body cam parts. I just go right to the interrogation. But I figured this one there might be something of interest here.
Keys.
You got a bunch of
tape
wallets?
measure. Well, this one's like cards and stuff,
Yeah.
and then the back one, because it doesn't have good for cash, I just keep my cash in an old one like that.
Gotcha.
So-
Gotcha. I hate having stuff in my pockets. That's a lot.
Yeah, well, you guys have a lot more.
And just the fact that he's just sitting here shooting the shit with these cops, and he's not like, what am I being accused of? This isn't just like one police officer pulling you over. This is like multiple agencies, and there's a part of a task force, and there's a whole bunch of them. This seems serious. You think he would want to know. They alluded to online activities, but I think a normal person would be like, what? What is this?
I want to say fidelity and dexterity that you need to be able to run and move.
What do you do for work? I see you got a tape measure there.
I'm actually a behavior technician, but my dad was a contractor, so I know how to do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So I was helping him out, laying down some vinyl flooring
Oh yeah.
today. So I actually got my
Something tells me that Dad's gonna have to find a new helper.
T-squares in the front seat, right there, big old orange ones.
Gotcha. All right, well, we'll just go right over here to my car real quick. Thank you.
Yep.
Well, we're just gonna have a chat, all right?
All right, sounds good.
It looks like they got this like mobile interrogation van here.
I was telling him that I was, No, I was getting ready to...
It's just kind of scary that I guess they got to the point where they're like, man, there's so many criminals out there. We don't have the ability to just bring them all to the police station to be interrogated. Let's make an interrogation facility that we could just drive around and bring it to the criminals.
To do some flooring work today. My dad was a contractor, so.
Oh, really? What's he do?
Now he's a building supervisor for a
Blacktop ceiling.
the conservatory up in Fort Wayne.
I got you.
So.
Well, dude, listen, I'm Greg again. I know there's probably a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So really, what we're here to do. This is Mike. Too. He's kind of part of our team.
With Mike?
I'm sorry?
Who are you with, Mike?
I'm with the federal government. I'm a federal agent.
Okay,
So there's is there three different agencies here that he's dealing with?
FBI?
No, God, no.
None. Which agency?
No, I'm sorry?
Which agency?
U.S. Department of Homeland Security.
Homeland? Is this really under the jurisdiction of Homeland Security dealing with this kind of crime? I did not know that.
Yes.
But I guess it's serious.
We need your help. Okay? We can't change anything about the past. We can't change things that.
I like it. We need your help. If you need my help, why did you pull me over with on the side of the road in a public area with a whole bunch of police cars? You could have just called me or something. Came knocked on my door and done this quietly. Obviously, they want more than to help. Well, they do want help. They want help putting him in prison.
Happen. But what we're able to do with information.
And this gets pretty horrible, what he talks about, knowing what he did. So it might make you feel better right now if you know that he ended up getting sentenced to 91 years in prison. So he ain't getting out. He got punished severely. So that might just help me keep you calm once you hear everything he has to say.
From folks like you that are kind of down the line from the acute incident that happened, is you're able to point us in directions where there are other kids at risk. And that's our goal here today. The three of us, with our reach and stuff with the federal government, we're able to reach out and we're able to find those kids. Any information that you have, no matter how minuscule, might be able to help us do that. That's going to be the crux of the conversation here today. Now we're going to talk to you a little bit about how we got here because it's important for us to all understand that. But beyond that, any information that you guys, or that you're able to tell us.
He's coming across as very friendly, very talkative and social and non-threatening. But there is something about his eyes when you look at him that there's just a horror and sadness in his eyes. I think he's realizing what's really going on.
He's pointed in the right direction to save the kid. You and I might have a conversation later. That's going to be 100%.
I'm a behavior technician.
Okay. So what does that mean? Do you have your own office, or how does that work?
No, I don't have an office at all. We work with the young adults and the kiddos. Everything's overseen.
Kiddos?
That was called a BCBA, so it's board certified behavior analysis.
Okay.
They have a master's degree in behavior analytics and behavioral therapy.
Okay.
And I'm the one they do all the writing and all that, and I just kind of am like a teacher.
So you meet with it?
Kind of like a teacher. What a surprise.
Clients individually, or do you have to?
No, they're at the center. It's a local place. They all come to us.
No, when you.
So not only does he work with really young people, but they're also just vulnerable young people that have autism. Some of them can't talk and they're nonverbal. So that's a frightening prospect given once we find out what he did.
Meet with someone, is it you're in with the actual therapist and you take notes, or you're part of?
Oh no, I am the therapist.
Okay, very cool.
I'm the one who's conducting the therapy based off of what the BCBA, the one that has the master's degree, the higher level. They
give you the curriculum.
They give me the curriculum, and
okay.
I teach the curriculum. That's the easiest way to say it. It's kind of like a teacher's assistant, but yet you're doing a little bit more teaching than assisting. So it's kind of like a hybrid.
Yeah.
And then you have your own. So you have your own place in there, or you just kind of have to walk around and you just do your thing for the day.
We have different rooms and stuff, so we all kind of.
I've just never.
It's my facility is very. We are very different than most facilities that way, because the approach we do what's called environmental and natural teaching methodology.
Okay.
So it's not creating like a classroom environment per se for teaching the kids or the young adults. That we kind of go out into the community. So we meet them in their real world.
Gotcha.
So like, how can they become, since they're on they have
Yeah, he has no problem traveling to meet young people.
cognitive delay and such, on the autism spectrum, how can they become the most functioning member of society? So it's a lot of like,
Having heard, if anyone's heard this before, like, you know what he did, and then going back and hearing all of this, it takes on a completely different tone. It's like, right now it's like, oh, he's out there helping people, and it's like, you son of a bitch, you're like one of the most horrible people alive. And then how do we know he's not? I don't know if they ever found out that he was doing anything to any of these people, but who knows?
go out to grocery stores, and we just kind of teach them, okay, this is how to grocery shop, because they're young adults. So it's like how to budget. You have
like real world stuff.
Real world stuff, not like, can you put triangle to triangle, circle to circle, and square to square, like you would do with like a kindergartner.
Right. Yeah.
These are young adults, like 18 to.
So is everybody there adults, or do you teach any juveniles? Or
We have a few juveniles, but I primarily work with the young adult men.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's just
So like I said, like I explained to you earlier, we're here about some internet activity.
Yeah.
Okay. Was this bothering you?
No, I just I wasn't sure if you
Yeah, we'll put
if it was bothering you or not.
a little bit.
You were looking at it like it was.
It's getting a little heavy.
It was hard for you. There you go. Make it easy for you.
Yeah.
Is this guy just weird? Like, I don't know, maybe he's just acting like this because he's in trouble, but he just seems like an odd duck.
So yeah, we're here about some internet activity. Special Agent Johnson explained to you. There's really not a question of why we're here.
So again, I still even haven't been told that honestly.
Okay.
So that's why when he was like,
I think you have a pretty good idea. You're talking about what agencies are here because you have an idea of why we're here.
Well, I mean, there's a plethora of reasoning. It's just I don't know the exact specifics. I mean, I can surmise that it is something of stature.
Okay.
So I just don't know what other.
Yeah, given that, obviously it's something of stature, given the multiple agencies here. Wouldn't that be the first thing out of your mouth? Like, before I got into my job and anything, I'd be like, what the hell is this? What do you think I did?
Stature.
Yeah.
Especially if you were innocent, I think you'd be like, I didn't do anything to warrant this level of response. I think the only time you would want to just, kind of relax and have a chat about other topics was if you're damn guilty and you just don't want to have to get down to it.
I should say, I know it is of stature, but not the minutia.
Yeah. So we're here basically trying
This guy uses annoying words. Plethora, minutia.
to get your help on an ongoing case that stemmed from Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with that?
No, I'm just saying too. I'm reaffirming what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. And an online relationship that you may have had with Duncan. You familiar with?
Why are they censoring her name? She was her name was all over the news.
Duncan.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We haven't spoken in a long while now.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, and with that being said, we're not the moral police. We're not anything like that.
Well, you kind of are. I mean, you do something immoral that's illegal, you arrest the person. That's kind of the whole point of the police.
We're not going to go, talk to your. I mean, we're not going to go blab to your wife about any relationship that you really necessarily had online. It's more.
Well, when he doesn't come home for 91 years, I think his wife might notice. To be honest, she's probably better off, but she's going to find out.
Like Special Agent Johnson was talking about is the well-being of these children and what information that you may be able to provide to rescue some of these kids that are involved in this investigation. Okay. Or any other investigation.
So obviously that's just a trick. They're trying to get incriminating evidence out of them. Oh, they do want to rescue any potential children, but also they're portraying it like that, like we're here to rescue the victims here. So if you could help us with that, when really they just need to get him to admit to what he did, so they could put him in prison.
Or person that you may be able to help us with. Okay. So
that key is really hurt. I mean, the driving force behind this whole thing, and that's why sometimes some people fall, maybe even victim of like things that were maybe not even requested to be sent or talked to about and things like that. So that's why you have probably multiple people have been talked to and by her, and I think it's something where hopefully you can help us educate us a little bit on that relationship.
Absolutely.
And what you guys talked about and things that were said and things like that.
I mean, I know you guys.
Obviously, you care about. Sounds like you care about people.
I do.
Especially in your job, and you have kids. So
I have kids. I've got a job that way that works with young adults that way.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. When we find out that these predators are working with young people or vulnerable people, you can't help wondering if they took that job just to be around them. Even if you never abused any of these people, once you know what he did, how could you trust him around anyone?
Definitely care about America and the protection of that. And
What, he's just trying to suck up to Homeland Security? I care about America. If you cared about America, maybe you shouldn't be horrifically abusing the country's young people. That's just me. I don't know. I think this guy doesn't care about America or anyone.
11 years Army Reserve, so...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, love to hear about everything, explaining to us that relationship, how you know her and that, but do you still talk at all?
No.
Do you have anything on your phone from communications from her in the past or anything?
No.
Still? You guys don't?
No.
Okay.
I have nothing of that.
Gotcha.
Because he deleted it all when she got arrested. He probably broke off contact and deleted any trace to try to break the link. But of course, from her end, the police were able to trace back to him.
No.
Well, tell us about her a little bit. How'd you guys meet?
Met on online, and then after that.
Which platform?
I want to say it was Snapchat.
Snapchat?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to say it was Snapchat, or it was Snapchat?
No,
You still have Snapchat?
Yeah.
Do you remember what your username was when you talked to her at the time?
I want to say it was...
Stop saying I want to say. Just tell. Just say the truthful answer.
I used an online pseudonym one. It was Alec or something like that.
Gotcha. Just kind of came up with the name.
Yeah, close enough, but different.
I gotcha.
Because everybody already calls me Alex as is, so.
And it's spelled.
I mean, it's spelled kind of the same. It sounds the same. Where do flies come from?
It keeps somehow one guy in here.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Alex, A-L-E-X. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly how you.
You don't still have it now anymore? Okay.
Nope.
When did you get rid of that?
Months ago.
Probably right around the time he saw in the news that this person he was talking to was arrested.
Okay.
Because just stopped talking. We just stopped talking that way, and then I okay, well, I don't need this anymore, so I just closed it out and was like, no reason to keep it.
So I know Snapchat, obviously, I had it years ago, and my niece and nephew send the filters for fun, but for nowadays, are people, when you met her, were you just randomly, how did you come across her profile in the first place? Did you guys...
Just scrolling,
or
scrolling that community, type thing.
So did you go? Okay, I'm just to be honest with you, asking this because I'm not playing mind tricks or anything.
No.
So when you get on there, is it like a forum or some sort of?
There's your suggested. It's all algorithmic stuff.
Okay.
I don't even understand.
So you just came across.
Just came across it and was like.
If it's just algorithmic stuff and she just happened to come up on his recommended list, like, you have to wonder what kind of stuff he was looking at that the algorithm would figure that he would be interested in speaking to this person. You know what I mean? It's kind of, I don't know how exactly they met. I don't know if he's telling the truth. I've never used Snapchat. I don't even exactly know how it works, but it just seems like a coincidence that he just happened to be on there and find a person who was willing to do these exact things that he was. Like, I don't know. It's just damn creepy.
Just clicking like add
friend, you get it.
And you just started from there?
We just started from there having a conversation.
Gotcha. And when about was that? Do you remember?
I can't remember offhand.
I mean, like within the last year, or like when did you guys first?
Oh, let's see here. We probably haven't talked, let's see here, in about 4 months now, give or take. I mean...
But like the first initial...
Oh, the first initial, it was about a year, maybe.
I got you.
So you guys chatted for about a year?
A year or so, yeah. Off and on. Yeah. Some days it was more frequently, other days it was like,
So this abuse went on for a year?
A week at a time, no conversation. It's just that normal ebb and flow of conversation.
I got you.
Okay.
So.
And what did so did you guys have, what was your relationship like?
I would say it was like...
He's like, there is no word to describe what this relationship was like, but let's see what he says.
Online, like, fling type, like nothing serious or anything like that, ever.
Like just kinky talking
stuff, exactly.
Okay. Like what kind of stuff are you guys into?
It was just like, it was all...
You're not going to tell us anything that we haven't heard.
Yeah, I was going to say, clearly you already know, so you know the case and stuff that way. So, yeah, it was just kind of like her affinity for the, like, adult, like, I want to say, like, her adult toddler being herself fetish type thing,
So yeah, we're starting to get serious here, and you can just see, like, it started off, he's trying to be like, oh, it's no big deal, yeah, but now it's like, the noose is tightening. It's like, what kind of stuff were you talking about? Oh, what was she into? It's like, okay, this is taking a rather dark turn.
Just kind of indulged her in that.
I gotcha. So you guys had kind of...
You indulged her in that? If someone has that fantasy, and she's a stranger on the internet, it's not like someone that your partner that lives in your house and you're gonna have to deal with them. This is just like if some stranger brings that up and it's not something you're into, you should be like, what the fuck? I'm not talking to you anymore. The fact that he went along with it for a year, and obviously it gets worse. But yeah, he's just trying to pretend like he's innocent, or he was doing it for like her benefit.
Talk about her being in or something.
Just. Like I said, it just more or less just kind of indulged her in her fantasy.
In her fantasy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just it was like kind of like a relationship outside. Me and the missus were kind of going through some stuff at the time, so it was just kind of an outlet.
We're probably going to be going through some stuff after this.
Just to...
And by stuff, I mean divorce.
Blow off.
Yeah, sure.
Was she the only person you were really talking to, or you told multiple girls that you think you were doing that with?
She was like pretty much the primary one that I was only talking with.
Okay. And you guys only stay on Snapchat, or did you move to other platforms, or do you have...
I think we did Snapchat and then a little bit on Telegram.
Okay.
Yep.
You started on your phone Telegram?
No.
Gotcha. What applications do you have on your phone, I guess? Maybe ask you that.
What?
Applications are on your phone now, what do you say?
Just like normal applications and stuff.
Well, I mean, like, if right now I pull my phone up, I'm gonna look at my are you an iPhone? What kind of phone?
iPhone. So YouTube is primarily what I use.
I got you.
Because I just use like the YouTube stories, listen to a lot of political commentary.
Understands what you saw, what the video
what did
was.
I say?
If you know who the kid is.
How did we get to the kids? What led you? What led to the videos being sent of the children?
It was just of her, and then she would just send in the videos
No. There's more to it than that.
and stuff.
Well, you need to elaborate, because there may be children that, like, you're being very, very vague, and I get that on the front end, but we need you.
Yeah, we get that you don't want to go to prison, but still, you're going to have to go into that in a bit more detail.
To be a little more specific and elaborate, like, so, you know, there was fantasy chat between you guys, and it started out with the diaper fetish, and, you know, between you and her, and then that led to...
And I'm gonna make the assumption then that led to her choosing to move into a, how do I want to word it?
Don't word it anyway. Just say what happened. He's trying to phrase things, kind of like restate it in a way that doesn't make him look massively guilty, because he was basically orchestrating this. He was paying her to do things to those infants, and she was doing it on video and sending it to him. That's what happened. He's trying to like limit his involvement in it and phrase it in a way that doesn't make him look hugely guilty.
Basically moving it up.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No.
So what was her job? How did she have access to children?
She said she was a nanny. Okay. I've never met her in person or anything like that. Like I said, everything's been purely online. I never met up, never anything that way.
Did you ever call her on the phone, or did you guys only talk via Snapchat?
Via Snapchat.
Did you ever call via Snapchat too within the app?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Everything was. There was some video, like Snapchat calls and that type of stuff, but everything was contained within that app. Okay. If that answers your question.
Yeah. And what we're trying to get at again is, I know you're trying to. I'm not playing mind games with you. Like, we have seen stuff, but we also I need to know what you saw that you know. Hey, this was actually. It wasn't AI. It wasn't like, you know, what was it that you saw?
Yeah.
When he went from just her to the kids she's nannying or whatever.
Nannying, we're in her care stead, whatever you want to terminology.
So your knowledge, what do you recall when it wasn't her and it was the stuff she was stating of the children? Obviously candid stuff. It was. And then other things.
It seemed like from there it was like pretty much candid, like during like diaper changes or like clothing changes, that type of nature there. Okay. That's what.
He's just trying to make everything sound not as bad as it was.
From my recollection and memory, was primarily of that.
And what would she do during the diaper changes?
I mean, it was just like she would, you know, picture of the individual or, you know, during the diaper change in the process of it.
Yeah, that's horrible and illegal. And it gets way, way worse than that. Like, this is his version of trying to downplay it. But even that, she's taking pictures of during diaper changes and sending them to you. What the hell, dude?
That was typically what I can remember.
Circle back. I know it's not easy to talk about. We're not, like you said, we're not here as a moral police or anything like that. We're not here to judge or we just really want to, like, need
You're
to
here
know.
for the victims.
And here for the
a little bit, but they're also here for the perpetrator, which is you.
Victims, but we need to kind of get into the psyche of like how we got to the children. Like there wasn't like how did we go from? I mean I get the diaper thing and the fetish and you know.
You do? You get it? I don't. I think it's really weird.
One thing leads to the next, but can you explain those conversations a little bit, like how we got there?
I think it just was progression of me indulging with.
Again, he's trying to blame it on her, even though he's the one that initiated it and paid her to do all this stuff and told her what to do in the videos. Now he's trying to say that he's indulging her in this fantasy. Like, no, that's not how it happened. Obviously, they're both guilty. They should both be in prison. I think they are. But...
fetish fantasy.
Yeah.
I think it was just she was looking for someone who was willing to indulge in that with her, and I just was, like I said, not in a good space personally, and I just,
What kind of excuse is that? What kind of justification? I was not in a good space personally, so you reached out to a nanny in another state and paid her to perform horrific acts on an infant and send you the videos, and he's like, yeah, I wasn't in a good headspace, Were you bored? Is that it? You can use the excuse all the other predators use? There's no excuse for that. What does that mean, I was not in a good space?
Yeah.
Chose to indulge, and it just... I want to say the endorphins potential hypothesized.
Like it felt good?
Yeah, for her. And so she kept going on to the next because I kept...
Endorphins. Is that a word? Does he mean endorphins?
Indulging and...
Stop saying indulging. You were indulging yourself.
When you say indulging, obviously, so... And again, man, the more I'm talking to you, it sounds
Yeah, the more we talk to you, the more it sounds like you're full of shit and you're trying to be evasive.
like, you're the guy that's, again, you're probably just, whatever's going through with your wife, you get it.
Yeah.
Fiance, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're
and
good.
you had this fling with her, but you say indulging her, but also, I mean, there's no question that you were attracted to that or drawn because you have, I'm assuming you were masturbating to that or sending an image of your erect penis and turning yourself on it.
Yeah, they have your chats. They've seen everything you guys said to each other. They already know.
As well, not just her.
Yeah.
So it's kind of both ways. Like
It is.
Do you have is there something with the diaper stuff that's attractive to you? Like, help us understand. And we're not, again, we all...
No.
Everybody has their cup of tea and what they're into, and there's no... there's no judgment on what that's...
I guess...
I've seen that a bit, before, so it's not...
Yeah, I know this is nothing new for you guys. You gentlemen have clearly been on this task force long enough that way that you've
This guy's just so weird.
seen... I probably don't even want to know, and there's some things that you probably more than you wish you could unsee.
Sure.
Yeah, like your face.
In this, that
You
way.
nailed it.
So...
Well, yeah, when we're just trying to learn,
Yeah.
like...
And I'm just being honest with you that way. Yeah, so, I mean, I guess...
I'm just being honest. Whenever they say that, they're never being honest.
Kind of a newer thing that way for me. Just kind of was going through something, found something that way. Just, tickled the fancy for a bit. But then I got myself into therapy. I'm seeing a therapist once a month now.
He is a therapist. I think what he's trying to say is I was in a bad space back then when I was doing that stuff. But now, after she got arrested and, now that I'm worried about my getting caught, I'm no longer in that same space. I'm a better person now. I've been seeing a therapist. So you can't judge me based on what I was doing during that 1 year where I committed all those horrible crimes, because I was pretty much a different person. I was going through something bad. So I can't be held accountable for what I was doing during that time. I think that's what he's saying. It's like, yeah, I did that stuff, but I got help and I'm not doing it anymore, so just let me go. I think that's what he's saying.
Things are good, getting back on track with the missus, all of that type of stuff.
So kind of went through a phase where you may have made some mistakes where even
You went through a phase where you committed some incredibly horrible crimes that were so severe you got a higher sentence than pretty much any predator we've ever covered, except maybe even higher than John Pierre Weary. Obviously what he did was absolutely horrific. This original apparently the interrogation's like 4.5 hours long, but this has been cut down to like half an hour because everything he described could just never be shown on YouTube or anywhere public because it was so graphic. So the fact that he could just try to downplay this is just ridiculous.
I guess she said you have things of actual children and you're continuing to communicate with her and like encourage it. So you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that could be something where you've probably learned from it since then. But helping us understand, like at the time, like what was so attractive about it, even when she started sending actual, going from her to the kids.
I think it was just the shock of it.
Continued to talk to her.
I think it was just the shock of it.
Yeah.
Like the, kind of like that shock value and just like, wow, this is, so, I don't want to say, like, abnormal, like just the shock value of it and how it was something so radically different.
Yeah. Especially the ones with the kids she sent me. Was that ones where you would communicate with her after that, like, and just gonna be blunt, like masturbating into that, and then later say, like, this is stuff that I want to do.
Yeah, you can't say that you were just indulging her, like somehow she was doing all this stuff and you were just playing along with her benefit if you were also getting enjoyment out of it. It was clearly both of you were up to it.
Someday and to my own kids and
but it was just like on that, like I said, I was in a really dark place.
Yeah.
Not well.
You were probably in a dark place and not well because of the horrible things you were doing. That would just have such a negative impact on your life. That would fuck with your head. It's not like, oh yeah, you were just going through some rough times, so you started doing this kind of thing. You've probably always been a predator, and we find out he's even worse than what we're seeing here. He's probably always been like this. So he's probably in a dark place because this is the kind of stuff that's constantly going on in his mind.
You can clearly tell from reading that and now talking, like I really, and then I just kind of took off. After we stopped, I kind of took a hard look at myself and I was like, look, this is not me. This is,
Sure.
I need to get the help, and that's where I got that help. And
I hate that whole "I need help" thing. Help is something like, if you're drinking too much, if you have a drug problem, maybe you need help to get over that. If you're like just horrendously abusing the youngest people in society, you don't need help. You need prison, and that's like the nicest thing you can get. Nicest thing you deserve.
Working through things, and
well, I mean,
I struggled for years with
that's good that that you are getting help now. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, you're fine,
is this something that you struggled with for a long time?
No, like I said, I was gonna say I've always struggled with like a pornography addiction, and that. So I think for me too, because of having that addiction and struggle.
Sure.
This kind of like this incident that way, like kind of.
And again, just calling it an addiction and a struggle. It's kind of like, I'm the victim here. I'm going through this hardship. Your hardship involves victimizing innocent people. That's just not some difficulty you're going through that you need help with. This isn't quitting smoking. This is horrendous.
Brought everything to like that boiling point where I took that hard look after we stopped talking.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is not me.
Yeah, what do you mean this is not you? This is exactly you. This isn't something you did one time. Didn't you say it went on for a whole year? And we find out that it's even worse than that. He has more victims too. So this is absolutely him. Maybe he doesn't want it to be him. Maybe he wishes that he was not like this, but he is. And now we got this Homeland Security guy back. He's ready to crack some heads.
I ask you very direct yes or no questions, and I'd like you to answer those because that's going to help you and I have a good conversation later today. Did you request sexual acts to be performed on that child? Yes. What sexual
Okay, there we go. Now, sometimes I like this very blunt way of interrogation. Because if the guy is not asking for a lawyer, if he's willing to talk, this is how you get information, rather than just let him try to downplay and justify everything. And now it's just like, did you do this? Yes or no? There's no other answers. Either you did or you didn't. There's no choosing the right words to use. There's no mumbling and humming and hawing. It's yes or no. What did you do? And he admitted it. Yes, he did.
I let the individual make the decision.
That's not true. Once again,
And also just call him out on his bullshit with every lie he tells.
what sexual acts did you request to happen? And I need you to be honest because it's going to help us later.
I gave her the idea, sir.
Tell me the idea that you gave her.
I gave her the idea to perform
Specifically.
Yeah, no, he's trying to get around it. He's trying to just use language with it. It's like specifically. What did you specifically ask for?
Some sort of potential.
Not potential. Tell
Yeah, not potential.
exactly what you requested.
Some sort
This guy should be interrogating all the predators we watch.
of the.
What was that sort of you requested?
I believe it was.
Don't say. He's always like, I believe it was. I want to say. He always has to start with something just to inject a little bit of doubt into it. It's like, you know exactly what you did. Just say it.
Of the
And this will get. How often did you pay her for any material?
And it's the fact that they had to cut like almost 4 hours worth of stuff out of this video because it was so bad. Like, they go into detail about everything he did. So it's horrible.
I don't remember the frequency, sir. There's the screenshots that you guys have that this was
How much did you spend for child abuse material?
again, I don't recall the exact number.
Okay.
But you did pay for it.
There was transactional action, yes, that occurred.
So we're going to do a little over and under here.
Okay, sir?
How many times did you have conversations with her in which that child was abused? Was it more than 10?
I would say it was less than 10.
Would you say it was less than 10 or was it less than 10?
It was less than
Again, just call him out. He's like, I would say, I want to say. It's like, is it or not? These are not. This is not like describing a piece of art. This is like a number. What number is it?
I don't remember the...
More than 5? Between 5 and 10?
I don't remember exactly, but I would say that's probably within the realm of plausibility, highly. Again, all that information...
100 times is within the realm of possibility. I'm asking you...
Yeah, again, just, I love this cop. Like, every time this guy just says anything to try to minimize it or cast doubt, or this cop just calls him out on it. He's like, no, specifically.
Was it between 5 and 10 times?
I do not recall exactly.
Was it more than 2?
No. What? Yes. More than 2, yes. Yeah. Sorry.
Did you pay each time?
I don't remember if I paid individually each time that way, or if I just gave it to her, sent her the funds.
Did you pay more than once? You would know that.
Like I said, there's multiple transactions that did occur between me and her, sir.
All right. Very good.
The text message that said, "I'm giving you a lot of material for $25."
And just like this is just like unspeakably horrific all around. But she's doing this for like $25. Like, they're just ruining like a infant's life for $25. Like, what the hell?
Okay.
So that sounds...
Did you get your money's worth, buddy? It's 91 years in prison. you got your $25 worth of material. Sure hope you enjoyed it.
Like I said,
all of this is helping me because later on you and I are going to get down into very specific things, and I want to get some of this stuff out of the way now so that you and I aren't having a 4-hour conversation to take a 15-minute.
What platform did you use to exchange the money?
We used... It was either PayPal or it was Cash App. I don't remember which one of the apps that I was using at that time.
Okay. I want you to tell me if this will be the easiest thing. Yes or no. If you had inappropriate sexual contact with your child.
No, sir.
I'm sorry?
I said, sir. The only thing that I've ever done that way is change my kids' diapers. And
Like, good God. Yeah, we know where this is going.
And during that time, did your struggle get out of your control and you inappropriately touch? Because I've heard that before.
One occasion, and it was the trigger.
One occasion? Like, fuck you. How dare you say that? It's your own kids. He's like, oh, just the one time.
Event for me to
If you're at the point where you're paying strangers to abuse infants in their care, and then you're also doing that to your own kids, even if it's only once, you are past the point of no return. Now he's trying to say that, oh, that was the triggering event that made him realize it was wrong. Like, my God, 91 years is not enough for this guy.
Get myself into my own therapy, and that's why I'm...
We don't care about your stupid therapy. We just want to convict you.
Thank you. Tell me about that. Have you on multiple occasions, more than one, during a diaper change, have inappropriate sexual contact with your more than once?
Yes.
Yeah, he just said he did it once, and that was what made him realize he had to get help. Now the cop asks, have you done it more than once? And he's like, yes.
Thank you. That helped.
Yeah, look at his face now. He doesn't seem so friendly now. He's, looks like maybe he's starting to realize that what he did was horrible, and that everyone knows it. Everyone knows his secret.
That helps, and that truth gets us further down the road toward taking this confirmatory test. All right.
It's kind of funny. They asked if he'd take a lie detector test, and he said yes. But now they're getting all this information out of him before they even take the test. So this is a very effective interrogation technique, in my opinion.
More than 20 times?
No.
More than 10?
No.
5 to 10?
No.
That's not true. I know. I'm still waiting for the truth.
My apologies. I didn't want to interrupt you like we had talked, so I just was waiting.
I'm waiting for the truth.
Okay. Can you please restate last question?
I'm going to restate a different question that's going to be a yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you, nearly every time that you've changed your diaper, struggled with that thought in the back of your mind, even if you didn't?
Yes.
Like, God damn it. This guy can't even change his own kids' diapers without having these kind of inappropriate thoughts. How does this happen? And like, why is this guy admitting to it? Like, I mean, I'm glad he did. I'm glad he's in prison. I don't want to in any way help him, but this is why we always say ask for a lawyer. You don't have to admit to this stuff. Like, oh my God, this is just horrible.
Thank you. Now, knowing how strong this struggle is, and knowing how it's gotten out of your hands, both out in the wild of the internet and these times changing water.
Out in the wild. That's an interesting way to put it.
That's why I'm telling you, in the last 5 months, there is zero chance that this did not get out of your control multiple times.
Well said.
Man, I appreciate your honesty today, man. It goes a long way with us, seriously.
Yeah, it really makes our job easier. Really makes your direct trip to prison just go a little bit faster.
So will I be indicted?
Will I be indicted? Nah. No reason to press charges here. Of course you will.
Oh, we're not. That's the discussion. This is not my case, but that'll be a discussion. Obviously, we got to figure out what's the best.
Be honest with me. You've been in law enforcement.
I'm not in law enforcement, Alec, but I'll take this one and I'll answer your question. Yes, you're going to be arrested, indicted, go to prison as one of the worst offenders that there is. The length of your prison sentence is longer than the average human life, so you're fucked no matter how you look at it. He's trying to be like, am I in trouble here? What exactly is happening? How these guys are just so delusional that they could do all that stuff. to all these victims, including their own children, and they're like, "Is this serious or what's going on here?" Like,
It's been a long time.
Am I getting highly like?
Well, I mean,
yes or no?
from what's said today, you got to understand there's probably going to
it's funny. Alex like, "Yes or no?" He's like, "I'm gonna try to be a tough guy like that other cop and demand an answer." And this other cop's like, "Fuck you! I don't have to. I'll answer your question however I want."
consequences for it, you know.
So I'm basically going to be on a bench warrant, probably, and I will lose my job, and I will lose my.
You better lose your job. Any company that has someone working with young people, vulnerable young people, if they don't fire you after hearing this, they're horrible people too.
We don't know yet on the extent of how this is. That's why we were talking to you about how far do we have to go. Like thinking about your job, right? There's no children there that's ever had opportunity. That's huge.
There is multiple safeguards in play for that. It's always two people in a room.
Yeah,
there's always, the clients, they take care of themselves. When they go to the bathroom, all we do is we stand outside.
It's like, okay, it's kind of too late. Yeah, maybe he's telling the truth here and there's not a chance for him to victimize anyone at work. But you victimized other people, including your own kids. So don't try to defend yourself by pretending you wouldn't go as far as doing it to these people at work. You probably would have. Maybe he did. We don't know, but good God.
Yeah.
So like this, say that's the bathroom.
Yeah.
Congratulations, I'm right here leaning on the wall, sitting down on the wall, right there, waiting on that.
All right, well, that's the end of the video anyway. This guy was a real piece of work. This guy's just the worst of the worst. Sometimes you get these predators. Most of the TCAP guys I cover, they never actually victimized a real person. They were caught before they did. They just attempted to. Some of them actually did it for real, but just hearing what this guy did, and it just, I mean, we know this kind of thing exists, but every time you hear it, it just makes you just feel bad for, obviously they're victims, but just that society somehow humanity produces people that are just eager and willing to do this kind of thing. Like, this is horrible. And it's nice when you hear that they got 91 years. It's like, okay, like the justice system decided this is horrendous. You got to go to prison forever. These guys that do this kind of thing and then they serve like 4 years. It's like, what's the point? It's just, you're basically just, if you're that lenient, you're basically just reaffirming and letting these guys know that it's not that big of a deal. It's like sometimes like the penalty for driving with a suspended driver's license is like more than some of these criminals get for doing this kind of shit. So it's good when it's like, yeah, we made an example of this guy. It just makes you feel good that like maybe there's hope. Maybe there's people out there actively trying to rid the world of these guys. But yeah, this one's dark and disturbing. I have to go and have a shower now and try to rethink my life. All right, well, I appreciate everyone watching, and I'll see you next time.